Yeah, Matt, it's the 15th of December, Rogue One Day. And again, I found myself downstairs. Second Thursday in a row I have found myself downstairs. It's become a bit of a cliche for this year, but oh well, I don't mind it as much as I once did. I mean, now I've got this camera, the lighting can be a lot better. And I don't know, there's also a bit of Christmas stuff up there to celebrate this time of year. So yeah, Rogue One. Now that's all I can really think of talking about because there's not really a lot that's changed since the last vlog. So yeah, let's just go into it. I will say right now that last year with Force Awakens I was probably being a bit too resistant when saying any story element because I was just so afraid of giving away any spoilers. So I'm just gonna basically say right now about Rogue One. If I say any minor spoilers, I'm not gonna say any major spoilers, but if I say minor spoilers, don't blame me. Basically, I was just being one of the worst reviews I've ever done is The Force Awakens last year. Because I was just not giving anything away. So yeah, let's just go right off into it because it's Star Wars. Why not? Right, so Rogue One is set pretty much immediately before A New Hope. Like, this is immediately before. I thought it was maybe going to be a few weeks before, but no, this is immediately before, as shown by a few scenes in the movie. It kind of follows the story of Jyn Erso, who is the daughter of Empire scientist who's behind the Death Star's super laser. But he has actually found, put in a small loophole in the security of the Death Star, which anyone who watched A New Hope will know off the top of their heads. And he's sort of sent that message to an old war hero who trained his daughter, and Jyn ends up getting roped into all this and has to take that message, go to the Empire base and get the plans for the Death Star to deliver to the rebels so they can end up in A New Hope, trying to get them to Ben Kenobi, and then Luke ends up getting them, and then they end up destroying the Death Star. Spoiler alert, the Death Star blows up. But along the way she meets several other characters who end up being roped along as well into helping out this cause, which really is about the rebels, and Jyn is sort of there to get her father back and to save the galaxy from what happens at 2 points in the movie. So just saying right now, I kind of gave her a few more points I would have given her in the Force Awakens review. So basically, I feel this movie, I think a lot of people are going to say in the next few weeks, this movie is split in two. It's got the slow-paced build-up first act, where they introduce a lot of characters and have a little bit of a slower move, and then the second half, where it's all action, them trying to get the plans, and just a really gritty war movie. So second half, first half is a bit slower. I personally think that's really the case with a lot of the Star Wars movies. I know you can't really compare this one to the others because there's only one instance in the entire movie with a lightsaber, yeah, unlike a whole duel. Now this one is not essentially a Star Wars movie per se. But A New Hope sort of had a slower start and a big grand finale. I will say though, A New Hope does help it along by having a little bit more relatable characters and a little bit more relatable story schemes. I don't know, they were characters didn't feel that relatable in the first half. They were likeable enough. And yeah, especially Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor and K2SO, the three main characters, all good. And then there's Chirrut and Baze, who are just fighters. One of them's blind and in tune with the Force, the other one's just heavy weapons man. And they get some pretty good laughs, and they shoot a lot of and hit a lot of guys, which is stormtroopers, which is great. and some of the best action scenes are with Donnie Yen, which isn't surprising because he's a bit of a martial arts. He is probably on the top 10 lists of martial artists on Earth, the most iconic. Yeah, and that is all except for one of the characters. Saw Gerrera, the war hero. I don't know. His character didn't seem... He had good potential, a character, but I don't know. Forrest Whitaker's portrayal, probably the best actor in all of it, but probably the worst performance in the entire movie. I don't know. The raspy voice got a little bit on my nerves at points. And yeah, he was a bit of a key player in the first half an hour, and then he just... yeah. Didn't really have a lot of impact in the later parts of the movie. So yeah, overall the heroes are a big hit apart from one. Then there's the villains. Now, let's just say about the major villain, Director Krennic. Now, at first he had a really good character, but an annoying, sarcastic voice and way of acting. I didn't like that. At first I thought it was going to be... It's going to be a really sarcastic, bad, good villain. But then, as the movie went on, he got less sarcastic, more angry, which is good. But his role in the movie started to become nothing, which really bugged me. It was, technically though, you could argue the main villain of the movie is the Death Star itself. But yeah, it could have been a lot bigger finale with him. Because what happens at the end is a bit disappointing. But then, oh nah, I'm not giving anything away here. Basically, okay, Darth Vader is in the movie, and you know, it's Darth Vader, obviously. The best villain in movie history is not, obviously, hasn't got as big a role in this movie, but unlike the Joker and Suicide Squad, they didn't make it seem like he had a big role in the movie. So yeah, they had similar sort of roles in it, but one, Darth Vader is a lot more badass, and two, they never said Darth Vader was going to be a big part in it. They just said he was going to be in a couple of scenes. But a villain that wasn't really in the marketing material, that I was really happy and impressed they included, was Grand Moff Tarkin. The Grand Moff Tarkin, yeah. Again, I don't think it's giving anything away because his reveal isn't that much spoilery and you could tell it was him straight away. Right, basically Peter Cushing died 22 years ago, the actor who played Grand Moff Tarkin. The CGI they used, you may see people complaining about it, but I didn't have any complaints about the CGI they used to recreate his face. The voice acting was great, the performance was great, it felt like Grand Moff Tarkin again. And it like CGI and the references what stole the show, and the references, oh my god, there's so many references that I got. Basically Dr. Evazan from the Mos Eisley Cantina is in the movie. Red and Gold Leader from the Battle of Yavin are in the movie, and yeah, it is stock footage with the actors from the 70s they use, but they sort of manipulate it in a way which it feels new. And they also explained Red 5, Luke's code number in A New Hope. I won't say how, it's going to be a very nice reveal to those who are in the know, but they have a very nice Red 5 Easter egg, which I got and I loved, and also did a lot of things talking about episode 4, and the last shot as well, also it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. And like I said, the second half of the movie is where it all is at, every character being really likeable, really good, apart from Director Krennic. Probably the only thing letting the second half down is his role in the second half. I'm not sure about it, but either way, the big thing is, do I think people will complain about it? I don't think they will. I think this movie will not be complained about as much. They'll just say it's a bit too slow, because you can't say it's similar to any other Star Wars product. I think this is the most original Star Wars has got. And some of the ideas they have in it are also very good. Like new ships ideas and stormtrooper ideas. And character ideas, to be honest. I mean, Jyn and Rey felt like completely different characters. Like, from the moment the movie started, you could tell they were different characters, really. They may look similar on the outside. I mean, British young female actresses, both know how to kick ass, but also a little bit vulnerable. Now they are, beyond that, they are completely different. Like, Ray is a lot more kind-hearted and naive, and Jin's seen a lot, she knows a lot, and she doesn't mind getting in a tangle. But yeah, there are quite a lot of differences at that, and I am rattling on a bit, aren't I? Basically, right. I'll just sum up. Favourite parts about the movie: references, the second half action scene, and K2SO. By far the best comedy in the movie, and probably of all Stars movies from K2SO. Seriously, if I'd have paid to have had a scene with him and C3PO. I'd have just had that as a movie. And the low points, Saw Gerrera, Krennic, and I don't have a problem with the first half. I mean, I don't mind it being slow because they need to introduce a lot of characters, and the locations they have, the shots they have, the CGI they have, it's all good. So, you know what? I'll say it's a very, very, very good movie. But I can't guarantee it'll stay like that because my ratings for my movies, especially Star Wars movies, change all the time. Because The Force Awakens, I initially was debating whether or not it was a 9 or 10, and then it ended up being, well, now it's like one of my top 10 favourite movies. And I've got getting so many reviews of 10 out of 10 are all spectacular. It's like, so don't expect Rogue One to stay in a very, very, very good movie. So yeah, that is a solid 9 minutes talking about, well, probably 10 minutes talking about Rogue One, which is good for me. Plenty of stuff to talk about, because, you know, it's Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I'm sure a lot of viewers actually know, because Ben, I'm speaking to you. You only watched Star Wars at the start of last year. Yes, I'm speaking to you, Ben, because you watch these vlogs. You only watched Star Wars for the first time last year, so you don't have much of a connection to it. Matt, you have a bit of knowledge, but from what I've gathered, you're the same relationship to Star Wars as I am to, like, The Dark Knight. I've seen them, but I'm not really that into it. Well, I've seen it ages ago, but I'm not really, you know, in the know. So basically, yeah, I don't even know what tangent I'm going on here, but anyway, I love Star Wars, I love doing these vlogs, and Matt, I'll see you on Saturday.